Psychology today has said that it is good to let go. No? Well, let's talk about what it means to let go. Let go. Hello, my name is Uche Maple, and welcome to the Women Who Lead Network, where we talk about everything with leadership, entrepreneurship, and living a purpose-driven life. Now, today, what we're going to talk about is why letting go is not a loss, but clarity in motion. What we have over the last couple of days, we have been dropping videos about what it means to be in alignment, what it means to have clarity. And that's some of the things that we're talking about. So today we're talking about what, why should we let go of things? And here's the reality. When we talk about this, we say, everyone makes it sounds easy, like it's just a decision you make once and you move on. But no, that is not true. The reality is that letting go is one of the hardest things that we as people we do, because it forces us to face what we've been holding on to for safety, not for purpose. And for many of us, we stay in what's familiar, even when it no longer fits, like a shoe, like your old sweats, right? Either you lost weight or you gained weight. It's familiar and it doesn't even fit anymore. I remember a time when I realized something I thought was mine wasn't meant to go any further with me. And let me say this, it wasn't something that was dramatic. It was not like this big thing that happened. It was just a quiet awareness that what used to give me joy now felt heavy. And maybe you've been there too. That job that used to excite you, right? You coming in, you're excited, you're skipping. That friendship that once felt effortless is now challenging to talk to them about anything. Or, that habit that once kept you grounded, but now keeps you stagnant. Hello. Sometimes life just doesn't take things away. It simply shows what's complete. And, letting go doesn't mean failure. It means you're choosing clarity over confusion. I like that. You're choosing clarity over confusion. You're saying, I trust that what's meant for me doesn't need to be forced. But here is what makes it complicated. The heart, the human heart, our heart gets attached. It gets attached to the memories. It gets attached to the meaning. It gets attached to the moment it represents. And that's what we think about when we are considering losing something. And again, I said not in the good way. So even when something stops serving us, we still grieve what it used to be. That's a relationship with an old boyfriend that no longer serves you. That's a relationship with a friendship. That's a job. That's doing anything that no longer serves you. And they go, we grieve for it. And that's okay. Grief is not a sign in this context that you've made the wrong decision. It's just your heart catching up to your growth. You see, every season of alignment comes with a release. Every season. If you think about the 4 seasons, they all transition into something, and something is lost in order for something else to gain in each season. So that's how you have to look at it. And you can't reach for what's next if your hands are full of what was. And I know it feels like loss. It really does, but it's not. It's just clarity in motion. That's how I like to look at it. I'm gaining clarity in motion while I'm seeing the things that are now dropping. It's your life reorganizing itself around the truth of who you're becoming. That discomfort you feel, that's not punishment. That's the space between who you were and who you're ready to be. So here's what I want you to remember. Everything in your life has an expiration date, not in a negative way, but in a purposeful way. Some people were meant to teach, not travel with you. Some opportunities were designed to prepare you, not define you, right? And some versions of you were perfect for the last chapter, the last season, the last year, last week, last month, yesterday, but can't survive the next one. And I say this respectfully. The sooner you can begin to accept that, the sooner you can move with inner peace instead of resistance. So here's your challenge. Stop asking, why did this end? And start asking, what is this making room for? The question shifts you from pain to perspective. Because what if this release isn't rejection, it's reorganization? What if the things falling away aren't meant to hurt you, they're meant to clear your path? You don't have to force closure. I am a firm believer that you do not have to force closure, but you should acknowledge the completion of it when it's done. Completion says, this has served its purpose. I'm grateful. And now it's time for me to move toward something else. Letting go is an act. It's an act of being able to cherish what's once was and being excited of what is about to be. And it's choosing peace over being attached to something. And once you do that, you'll start to see that you never lost anything real to begin with. You just made space for what's meant to stay. So if something is falling away right now, just take a moment. If something is falling away right now, it's not loss. It's clarity in motion. It's your life aligning with the truth of who you are. And once that clarity takes shape, you begin to see the difference between what's simply familiar and what's truly aligned. That makes sense? So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to take clarity and turn it into power by moving from obligation to alignment. Because this is it, right? This is right now, in this moment, in this season, when you watch this video, this year is a season about transitioning. It's really right now where we really should be sowing our seeds for seasons to come and not trying to hold on to things that is going to keep us captive, right? Because it's your time to reclaim your energy, to begin to plant what's in alignment and transition what's not. And to do it with inner peace.